Hey guys, welcome to ESL TV for the Black Monster Cup. This is the North American Spring Playoffs, and we're into the second semifinal of the entire series. And obviously, we're going to be doing the grand finals a little bit later. We're currently Team 8 are waiting for their opponents, and we're going to have Cognitive going up against GamesterGear here to determine which team will be joining the ranks of Team 8 and also increasing their prize by, well, quite a bit here. Because at the moment, third and fourth place, well, third place gets 1.2 thousand, fourth place gets 750, but second place gets 3K. So just winning this series alone, pretty much triple or even quadruple your winnings. Right now, as you can see, Cognitive, they're going to be on the blue team here. And they're going to go for somewhat of an invade, just to get a ward down on that blue buff here. So let's go to the lines for both teams since no action's really going to break off in the beginning. Cognitive, we have Grim Samurai, B-Sin, Arthalon, Fabi, and Body Drop. Over on the side, though, of GamesterGear, we have Flares, Think Card, Fexer. Wow, that name was a lot harder than I thought it would be when I was looking at it. Otter and Big Impact. And right now, we're actually seeing a lot of aggressive wards coming in. You see one down, obviously, at this blue buff here, and one over at this red. And it looks like with that, they're going to go for the steal on the red buff here. And I don't think they're going to be noticed going for it. But with Flares sticking around towards the bottom side, it looks like they might go for that four-man push onto that bottom lane. And honestly, wouldn't be surprised with how many times we've seen that happening already within the past couple of days. Well, just in general. Alright, so looking at the matchups, we actually do have that invade. And now a four-man gank coming on a Flares here, but he does have flash. If the hook does land, that would be it, but he will escape here. And instead of that four-man push coming on the bottom side, it's actually going to be coming out of Cognitive on the top. They're going to go straight for this turret here and potentially go for two. And honestly, Think Card is going to be able to, always going to need to actually head down towards that bottom lane to continue to push things in. As three, looking at, the two lineups here, who's going to be quick at taking down turrets? And I have to give it over to Cognitive right now, just because you have the Jax who gets increased attack speed through his passive. You have, obviously, that Xin who gets increased attack speed through his skills. And those turrets, honestly, really don't stand much of a chance here. So they're taking that one down to about half HP. Take a look at the bottom one. Hasn't even been touched yet as they're trying to build up the wave just a little bit. And now, wave clear is going to come into effect here. Is all they really have. Well, actually, not all they have. They have Karma, they have Corki, they have Nocturne, which is a decent amount. They have more, honestly, than the side of Cognitive has. You're seeing right now with that first turret falling at about 3 minutes in here. And this one, well, that will most likely fall with this wave. But it's going to come down to, can Flares, or will Flares be ganked under that turret? Or will the push continue and another free turret be taken? We're going to see the back already coming in as it's just a one-for-one train turret so far. But heading up back towards that top side, they're going for it here. And that one is most definitely going to fall. Even with Think Card coming in from the base. They have a Kenya minion there, and that will be 2 turrets to 1 now in favor of Cognitive. Such a great start for them.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Alright, so with those 2 turrets going down, they're actually going to go for continuation of counter jungling here. You're going to see B-Sin go back to base. Grim Samurai, like we said before, he was actually jungling for them against Team Girlfriends. Against Big Fat LP's team, but they switched it up on the second game, and they allowed B-Sin to continue in the jungle, just to, I don't know, maybe just, he was feeling a little bit stronger here, and I'm actually curious if Grim Samurai is normally their top laner or not, but as we are seeing, Karma going to be backing away, that ward giving them a lot of vision, and has worked out so well for them for this entire game. And now going for that gank on the middle, obviously we're going to see that Fexer is not going to be there. And he will just back up and wait for some sort of assistance, as he's even going for the pings on it as well. We do have Fabi pushing on the bottom side. Remember Fabi yesterday, he did phenomenal actually. In the first game, he wasn't that impactful, but game 2 and 3, he pretty much carried it all on his back. And let's see if he can do the same thing yet again here. And right now you're seeing, even with that 4-man push onto that turret, they cannot take it because of that wave clear that Nocturne and Syndra both have. It's pretty much going to be impossible to knock that one down. So it looks like they're just going to back away. And now the question comes. Wow, I can't even say his name. Can Grim Samurai get a lot of free farm here? As you can see on the top side, Flares, he's freezing it. That means Grim is unfortunately going to be missing out on quite a bit of CS. And they're already channeling and funneling most of the CS over to Fabi at this point in that bottom lane. So Grim, well, I wouldn't be surprised to see him actually in the jungle a little bit to use that to keep up in levels and farm. But then obviously that will hurt out on B-Sin here. And if Think Guard goes for any sort of counter jungling, they can actually deny quite a bit. And now that I think about it, is this red buff taken? No, this red buff is not taken just yet. And Think Guard, I don't think realized it. Because he obviously knows that his red buff is going to be gone since he saw it on VSIN just a little bit earlier. Not even close, baby. And flash. But, alright, so Fabian Bardrop can head down towards the bottom side. And we'll have those normal lanes kind of selling in here with both AD carries and supports. And you know, I'm sorry. Wow. Ooh, you are seeing, though. Grim Samurai stick around towards that middle lane, realizing... Well, he's not going to get much farm here on that top side. Hook, it will land on a Karma here, and they're actually going to go in for it. They do have Beeson coming in from the top side. He will get the slow, and he will get that 3 talent strike knockup. That will be impact killed. And that will be first blood. Give it over to Beeson here. And now, Chris Sammer's like, alright, I can't get free farm. I'm going to push on this bomb turret. They're going to go for that 4-man push here yet again. And we are seeing towards the top side a 2-man push come in for Nocturne and Rise here. But Arthlon should be able to hold on to things a little bit. Teleport even going to come in for Grim Samurai. They're looking for potentially the fight right now. Arthlon is not level 6. Grim will just stay at that turret, but they will pick up the bottom one for free. And even the kill off of that. So 10.4 thousand gold to the, just call it 9,000 here. Only 7 minutes in, and Arthlon, he's going to get caught towards blue. Will the Rune Prison land? Flares will have that flash up, and now, well, Big Impact, he's going to be killed here on this bottom side. And it looks like actually Arthlon was able to escape here since he did hit level 6 just a little bit earlier on when he was in that top lane. And that now will be a 2-0 lead for Cognitive, as they're looking to maybe solidify their lead with some more counter juggling here as that blue buff is up. And you see Fexer off to the side. He doesn't have any wards over the wall. And this one should be locked down by Cog now. So they built up quite a good lead here. They've taken 3... Well, they've taken the red buff on the first go. They've taken the blue buff on the second go. So I think Card's only been limited to this 1 buff now. And they're doing a fantastic job of really controlling the enemy team. Currently with a 2,000 gold lead. And still with Dragon to be taken. That Corki skin, that is the bobsled Corki from, I believe, the Winter Olympics like 2 years ago. Maybe it was 4 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. But it was re-released, so I'm pretty sure you can still buy it unless it's gone again. I don't know. I have every skin, so I can't really remember when things came out or if they're still available. Alright, so Beasting back to the jungle here. Grim Samurai, though, currently keeping up in CS compared to Flares, 30 to 34. No, his lane obviously going to be frozen yet again against him. And I have to give credit. Well, I was about to say I have to give credit. Did you see the flash come in from 2 people, Bardrop and Beeson? And Fexer, well, he did flash away, but he can't escape Beeson as he came in. That is their 3rd kill now. I was going to say that. I really like what Flares is doing on that top side. He's, you know, freezing lane as much as possible. But the thing is, with him there, he's not going to be around for the CC that they need in these fights. They're going to lose out on quite a few turrets, as you now see that 5-man push already breaking out in the middle. And with Fexer down, they don't have the wave clear. And instead, they're going to break off. They're going to head down toward the Dragon. And they will be able to lock that one up here and secure the lead even more. 2.8 thousand gold difference now between these two teams. And it's only becoming a wider margin between them as well. Rogue, I never worked for Riot. Neither does Joe or Shox. They all work for ESL. We were just contracted to do LCS. Taking a look at CS again real quick, as we do see Hexer. Well, that's actually an interesting sight that he did miss that stun, but we'll come back to that in just a little bit here. Currently in the bottom lane, it's 65 to 55 between the AD carries. Mid lane, 66 to 56. And top lane, 48 to 32. So the lead in CS in general is over to the side currently of GamesterGear. But they are losing out on the map control game and the objective game currently, as Dragon did fall just a few seconds earlier on. You see that Tear stacking away for Flares as he's still trying to freeze the lane as much as possible here. And he's building up a nice lead. I mean, he's about 20 CS ahead. And the thing is, there's only so many global objectives to take for the side of Cognitive, and they have to make something happen soon. Like, they can't continue to, you know, roam around as 4, roam around as 5, and pick up turrets, because eventually we'll get to that point where, all right, well, we're at their inhibitor turrets, and we don't have the ability to dive them. We don't have the items to really tank things up. Please don't use green names. My eyes. That's very true. It's even hard for me, but right now Grim Samurai going on to think card, has a build Jordan Cutlass, gets the stall on top of him. He does have flash to escape this one, and he will actually dodge it on the ultimate for BMC, but a nice stun comes in for Fexo, and this might finally be the opportunity that they were looking for, but the Lantern comes in. It pulls Grim away. You know, Otter, well, he's going to go over the wall with the Valkyrie, but it just won't be enough. He won't be able to get there in time, and they will escape that one. That was, honestly, a little bit too close for comfort right there. But they do stay alive nonetheless, and they do continue to apply this pressure into the enemy jungle right now. Alright, so Bison, with that sweeping lens, just going to clear out some more wards. Seeing Body Drop have one as well. And you can see just the wards across the map on your minimap currently. They are very heavy into that top side for Cognitive, and you can see on the side of GamesterGear, they don't really have much past, you know, that initial first turret that they have outside of their base, and it's really going to affect them as the game goes on. But now Body Drop going to be getting caught out. Fabi trying to help out as well from the side, but Body Drop, not sure he's going to be able to skip this one. Teleport going to be coming in though, and that will force them back. It looks like Grim Samurai just going to cancel it out, save the cooldown on it, but he did save Body Drop's life right there. That was actually really well done. A little bit surprised to see them, or see him actually survive that, but great use of that teleport by Grim Samurai. And as you can see, it's still not on that long of a cooldown here. And it looks like Flares, well, he's getting pinged out on the top side, but he will be able to back away. And now Grim, he's actually not freezing the lane, so to me this kind of says, all right, we're looking to still roam around and go for objective control. We're going to show the lane in. We're going to allow Grim to roam around and allow him to be in these fights. And the way Flares has been playing with this 20 CS league currently, it's, I don't know if it's working out so far. I mean, it's working out so far, I'll say that. I kind of just caught myself right there. But in the long run, I don't know how well it's going to work for them. Honestly, Flares and Jax, well, and Samurai both get ridiculously strong on their champions the later the game goes on. Like Grim Samurai, I guess if you start to think about those turret dives that they can't really do just yet because of items. If they're going to do it and try to do it successfully, they're going to need that counter strike. They're going to need that AoE stun coming out of him to really facilitate any of that. And Fabi, as you can see, 97 to 95 in the bottom lane. Just going to continue to farm up. Has that Bloodthirster now done compared to Otter, who has 1700 gold in the bank. And will have his Bloodthirster now done finally as well. Alright, but we can see the side. Cognitive, we're going to start shoving up bottom here. You can see there's so many people committed towards the top side. There's even minions chasing Flares right now as they do get some nice chip. We see the counter strike coming for Grim. He's just going to back away, just trying to stall them here because the bottom lane of the team is pushing in. But now Thinkar gets caught out with no one on his team to back him up. And he gets completely taken out. And that is just a superior ward coverage. The side of Cognitive do have, so they pick up one kill, and they're potentially going to pick up this bomb turret as well. As Fabi going to be going in for this one. Karma going to come from the side. Big impact, trying to chase him down. And Fabi will take a lot of turret damage here, but he has that Bloodthirster. He still can turn things around if he wants to, but we do see the teleport come from Flares. Fabi going to flash away from Flares and pop the coin backwards. He almost picks up the kill on the Flares by himself. The hook, it lands on Otter, and now we see finally Arthalon, coming in from the side as he does get the slow. He gets exhausted up, but the rest of the team is finally there. Uses the ultimate onto himself. There's one kill on the Flares. And they will just be able to chase them back here and will be able to commit into this turret. And that will take it 5-0 now. And now the Fexer off to the side trying to stall them for as long as possible. But they might secure their 5th turret here in just a few seconds instead. Just going to back away. And Dragon come up in about 40 seconds here. I don't really want to get ahead of themselves. Alright, so 14.5 minutes in. Only 5 kills, but all 5 have been gone over to Cognitive here. You never seen Fabi. Well, he does have that Zeal now done. You do see Beeson with that Giant's Belt and that Ruby Crystal. And then Blade of the Rune King almost finished for Grim Samurai. And Flares, well, he'll go back to top lane. Is he freezing it yet again? Or is he shoving it? Alright, looks like he's going to shove it. Obviously, it kind of unfroze anyway, so can't really freeze it anymore with that Candy Minion shoving that blade. Now we're going to see Cognitive group up yet again here. And Thinkard, he might actually, I was going to say get caught out, but he may have just scared them away. Or they kind of just ran away because they realized that Dragon's coming up. And they have 3 men here. They do have Grim Samurai in the top lane with teleport available, so he could join in if they need to. Well, they don't need it to at least secure that dragon. That would be the second of the game. But here comes the finally to engage. Coming at Think Card buy drop. Going to be getting caught out here. Looks like he's just sacrificed himself. Otter finally pick up the first kill of the game for GamesterGear. But one kill for a dragon is really not worth it in the end, though. Morale-wise, being down 5-0, that's got to help out quite a bit. And you see Fexer with that chalice. Doesn't have Athene's and Holy Grail done just yet. Went for Sword Boots instead. He won't get a stun to Beeson, but you can see he doesn't do any damage right now. And we're gonna turn things around on a Think Card. We see Beeson trying to kite them in and out. There's 4 men pushing in onto him. He does get feared up. And Think Card, he's gonna get taken out by Fabi here, so we're gonna see a 1-for-1 trade, but we're gonna have Grim Samurai continue to push this top side. He's actually gonna teleport down onto his bottom lane. Where is he coming in? Actually to top right of your screen. And if he gets a counter strike off, this could be deadly. He's gonna at least hit one. And it's gonna be Big Impact who receives that one. Doesn't have any flash or anything to escape this one. Grim Samurai trying to kite them, trying to chase them down here as Biotrap comes in from the lane here, but here comes Arthlon from the river. All it takes is one slow, and Otter, I think he realizes he's gonna get taken down. That'll be a double kill for Fabi, and now Fexer, well, I don't think he's gonna escape this one. He has ultimate down. He will get the stun, but he won't escape the slow from Arthlon, and that should be him being dropped here in just a few seconds. I believe he might even have a stun up in just a moment, but the slows are too good. Fabi picks up a triple, and that is now 9-2 in kills for Cognitive. Also a 6,000 gold lead built up. Finally, Athene's and Holy Grail now done for Fexer. But it might just be a little too late here. Is DJ Dog still boycotting us? What? I don't know what you guys are talking about in chat right now. And it's okay. Alright, so Fabi does have that stag shift now done. Grim, Blade of the Rune King. And it's kind of amazing considering how this game has gone. I've only actually lost 1 turret. And there's obviously that bottom lane. But still been able to take 4. I'm sure they want to grab a couple more than this, though. And with that Chain Vest coming in, they're slowly getting to that point where they can start to dive onto these turrets. Beeson's getting very tanky very quickly. Arthlon's getting quite a bit of damage as he has that needlessly large rod, and also the pseudo tankiness he provides with that little ultimate. And even Baron could be a possibility with Grim Samurai and Beeson both taking it with 2 men. So Blue Buff going to be started up here, and it should be picked up for GamesterGear. They do have that pink ward. Will get pulled over the side by Fexer just to secure it, just to make sure it doesn't get stolen away. But all that lane freezing that we did see on the flares earlier on, look at the CS now between the 2 top laners. It didn't net them anything. If anything, it just hurt them because he wasn't there in these fights. And right now you're seeing flares just fall. Well, he's still ahead in CS, but he's just falling behind. You can look at overall gold. Well, just call it 6,000 to 4,700. Nah, 6,000. Yeah, that's about right. It's just too much difference between them. I mean, 1,300 gold, that's a good part of a major item right now. That's a Bilgewater Cutlass. We just have the tier, does have the Rod of Ages, so he's still going to get inherently tanky. And actually, the side of Cognitive might get caught out here. It looks like red buff will be secured by Fexer. Not the person they necessarily wanted it on, but denied in a way is the biggest thing they needed to do. Lido Shepherd, this is game 1, and it looks like we're gonna hit a pause. It wouldn't be a cast without a pause, obviously, like we had yesterday. Certain person, I'm not gonna say who it is, just had to use the bathroom every 5-10 minutes. Not sure what the pause is about. Hopefully it'll be fixed soon, though. All right, so we're back in. Currently 9-2, 19 minutes in. We do see Colin barreling down on this middle turret here. Flares will be heading back from that top side of the lane. We will have Think Card off to the side with his ultimate available. I believe he even has vision control of the bush that he was in, but he doesn't have the sweeping lens. Alright, so we're going to be hitting that 20-minute mark very, very soon. Baron becoming more and more of a possibility with that Blade of the Rune King done. I think if Beeson goes for that Sunfire Cape, unless he's going for the Randuin's Omen, they easily could do it. Like, once that item's done, it's going to happen. And right now, Otter Oh, and we'll get caught out just a little bit. Take some good damage from Arthalon, but not have to kill him, obviously. And even some pings for them to be falling back. Fabi, though, take a look at him. He's actually over towards the top side of the map. This is... I think they're just trying to pull them away to allow him to split push here as he's going to finally move in. You do see them just backing away. And they're just going to give that one up. They do have Beeson pushing middle currently. And obviously, it's very... Let's just say it's ridiculously hard to chase down a Lulu and a Thresh, who both have slows. Both have some decent damage here. But Fabi is going to continue pushing. Otter going to go back to base here. Probably buy up something. Maybe a Phage. Maybe right towards a Triforce if that's what he wants to go. As he does go for the Sheen, actually. And we do see Beeson just kind of sitting there to protect Fabi. And unfortunately, won't get much damage onto that turret. So one team's just going to go back to... Well, at the middle lane if you're on the side of GamesterGear. And counter jungling if you're on the side of Cognitive. And back a look at CS. Currently 20 CS lead for Thinkard, but in the end, it's not really that big of a deal. Though he does have his Feral Flare done, where Beeson does not, since he's been really roaming around the map quite a bit. 30 CS lead in the mid lane for Fexer, but also doesn't have the 5 assists that Arthalon does have. And a 30 CS difference between the AD carriers in favor of Fabi, who should be sitting on a decent amount of money. Has 5 kills and 1,500 gold to spend. That was me that needed the bathroom. It was not me. I don't want to say who it was, because I don't want to call someone out, but that was not me. Alright, so Dragon has come back up 21.5 minutes in. And that will obviously be in the hands of Cognitive. Now 3-0 in terms of Dragons. It's a lot of money they're starting to bank up. Obviously, Dragon not worth as much in their lower levels, but if you pick up 3 of them, it really starts to add up. I think Cognitive is just going to take the safe route. They're not trying to go for anything flashy for a victory. Just to secure themselves a win and also secure themselves a minimum of $3,000. Why you gotta call him out? Why you gotta call him out, FFG? I didn't call him out, but you just called him out. Alright, Nocturnes are going to be used. Looks like Barjack will be the man getting engaged on, but Thinkard might be a little bit too deep here. Arthalon off to the side though. May force his ult onto himself. Grim jumps in straight on top of him, direct to camera. Why are you not showing us this? As he does force them away from this one. And Thinkard's still committing for this as he does get hooked up. We're going to see Fabi continue to push his top side, and we're going to see Cognitive just back away. A 5-man gank coming in, but in the end, they didn't get any kills, and those 3 men were able to skip, or even chase them down now, just to force them to stick around and not let them back away and stop Fabi from continuing to push his top lane. And as you can see, Grim Samurai going to be going for the dive. I won't get the stun off, but we'll check him with Fabi real quick. He already has an inhibitor turret down to, well, pretty much dead here as he's going to pick that one up for free. And he will be able to back away. That will now be an inhibitor open. And also another free turret on this bottom side for Cognitive, and they are just starting to really snowball this one. Alright, so honestly, I'm not really digging the Corki pick. I mean, it's not the Corki alone that's really causing it. Yoda. But it's not the Corki that's causing them to lose it. It's just pretty much a combination of the way that Cognitive played early on. But just in general, I'm not a big fan of Corki in this setup. It does offer some decent poke, but if you can't secure like Nidalee, it doesn't work out too well. But Death Cup now picked up for Arthalon. Matches Veil picked up for Fabi. Damn, Fabi going for... Wow. Going for a defensive item after only picking up a Bloodthirster and a Static Shiv. That's a little bit untypical. Or atypical. But we'll see if it works. Yes, he doesn't want to get popped by flares and by Fexer. So it's understandable. They haven't really gone for any like 5-on-5 engagements. It's mostly just been catching the other team out when they possibly can. We do see the Renderman's Omen though coming in for Thinkard here momentarily. We see Beeson picking up a Negatron Cloak, and that Triforce is now 2/3 complete for Grim Samurai. But finally, GamesterGear able to push on this middle turret. It looks like they will secure themselves the second one after they've only been able to pick up the first one in the first few minutes of the game here, but they still have yet to be able to take it. It is still alive. The hook, it's not going to connect, but you see Fabi, the damage he can do to even flares. He dodges out on the Phosphorus Bomb. Here comes Grim Samurai off to the side with his ultimate, or sorry, his teleport. He does have Flash, but Fabi, he's enough by himself just to get that kill. And Grim, unfortunately, that Flash not going to work out. And that stun coming from Fexer will force them back, but that might be a turret now being dropped for Cognitive, and that was off the back of Gamester pushing them. And now Thinkard, well, he's trying to outrun Arthalon here, and he should be fine too. And he will be taking a little bit of damage. Fabi will secure another turret, 7-1 here. And remember, that first turret that was taken by GamesterGear was in the initial push, where it was a 2-1 exchange in favor of Condiv. And top inhibitor is open. Beeson will be joining the team here. Will they go for it? Do they feel confident to go for it? And I think right now there's no reason for them to really go for a 5-man or a 5-on-5 fight when they've been doing so well at pulling and split pushing against GamesterGear. But looks like Baron might be a possibility. Again, I was saying that we could just see Beeson and Grim Samurai go for a 2-man. And with that pink ward going down, it might be a possibility. Is Fabi going to get locked up here, and he's in a very bad spot. He's going to actually get the Lantern. He might escape this one. Ultimate coming from Lulu. He is running away as he possibly can. He will escape this one. And again, 5 men against 1 man, and they can't secure the kill. He was able to escape. Just positioning by body drop just made that one happen. But here comes Beeson going in. A nice ultimate knocks them all the way, spreads them completely far apart, and they are struggling to look for a focus target here as Beeson still continuing to go in. He picks up a kill. Now he's looking for another one and flares. Look, a nice root prison off, but look how damn fast Beeson is. That would be number 2. Fabi's not godlike. Grim Samurai, if his Leak Strike comes back up, that's going to be a dead Fexer. And there it is. That's 3 kills now. And it might be an actual ace as Otter has 1 HP left. All it takes is 1 more E to kill him. And he will go down. And Nocturne, will he escape this one? No. That will be an ace. 15-2 now in favor of the side of Condiv. And that actually will be a surrender vote coming in. Fantastic gameplay by Condiv. And considering how they were playing yesterday, it's a complete 180. They've really kind of changed their style a little bit. Maybe they just felt a little bit more comfortable, obviously, against GamesterGear. But guys, we're going to go to a quick little break here, but when we come back, we will be underway with game number 2 here between these two teams, and we will end up finding out who's going to be advancing on to play against teammate in the grand finals.